fourth set will be played on Bel'Shir Vestige, spawning up in the top left-hand position as the red Protoss from SK Telecom T1. His name is Rain. Can he go for the reverse all-kill, or will he fall prey to the Hawkeye?
His opponent, like you said, the Hawkeye, the Phoenix, the Messiah from Cj Entus. Currently has 3 kills now, going for the all-kill. His name is Effort.
Effort's got one more nickname as well that we aren't mentioning.
Which is?
I think it's the Mutol? The Mutal? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Actually, Mutal just refers to a Mutalisk in Korean.
Oh. So is he nicknamed the Mutalisk then?
No, I don't think so.
I thought I saw that in TLPD. TLPD is never wrong, man.
I guess I'll double check it, but the thing that I'm checking right now is actually NBC Game, Oz, and KT Roaster. But do remember when NBC Game went back-to-back, that's when they had Pro League round number 1 and round number 2. With the eventual grand final for the entire year.
They also had Bisu in Coach Park.
Like, for NBC Games? Yeah, I remember.
Just throwing that out there.
Still remember that, but the only team to win a back-to-back season for a yearly league is KT Roaster.
Oh. No, KT?
2 times against SK Telecom T1.
Ah. Was that back, was that early on in the Pro League
No,
years?
2009 through 2011.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I remember now. And I think, didn't SK Telecom beat KT Roaster though one of the years as well?
No, at the last Brood War Finals.
That's right.
Pure Brood War Finals, and earlier in the days in Pro League.
Yeah, earlier in the days as well. I remember, I think Bisu beat Flash in the Ace match, was it?
The last ever Brood War Finals that was held in 2012.
Yeah. It was a pretty cool game, I remember that. But focusing on the match at hand here. Yeah. Focusing on the match at hand here, we have Rain. He's trying to be annoying with this probe here. Did delay the hatchery a little bit, but not too much. Rain getting his Forge behind this, just opening up with the standard Forge expansion after getting that Nexus. This is going to allow him to get his economy online a lot earlier and allow him to produce more troops earlier on in the game. And Effort at the same time. He's getting 4 Zerglings. Looks like he's not afraid to make a few extra Zerglings against Protoss players in case they get a little bit too greedy. But I'm pretty sure Rain is going to be prepared this time around.
And up to 4 is okay. Yes, you do have 1 less Strom, but as a pro gamer, you know the consequence for getting one more pair of Zerglings, and it's well worth it for Effort. This is his style when it comes to PvC.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with getting 4 there. 2 just means you want to be greedier, but you generally need at least 2. You got to scout around the map for any potential proxy play, and you don't want your throat to get cannoned, do you? No, you don't.
No, I don't.
All right, so the Zerglings, they're running through here.
Well,
Rain, though, he's got a probe here ready.
So that's why Effort's not pressing forward this time around. He could have sacrificed 2 Zerglings to sneak in 2 Zerglings inside the main base, just like his game against the Parting, but this time around with the probe, he knows that all 4 of his Zerglings might get taken out.
Right, I'm sure Rain's probe right there is saying, like, try me, see what happens.
You shall not pass.
It's like, say that to my face and not on the internet, see what happens.
Why do I agree with that statement so much right now?
It's a great statement. I had to keep a few words out of the original joke, but I think the point still gets across. All right, well, we have a 3rd hatchery on the way here for Effort. Yeah, he's continuing the drone up here, not going for any type of early pressure with a lot of lings. Continuing to get another Overlord. We have a Stargate on the way for Rain. He's putting it in the back left-hand corner of his base. See if he can hide it from his opponent. I remember Zhongbi is the first player that comes to my mind. For Protoss players that started doing this, they would deliberately try to hide their Stargate in the hardest possible location in their base, or farthest away position, so the Zerg players couldn't necessarily scout it.
Yeah, and if the Overlord does not get there in time, then the Protoss player can actually stack up to 3 or 5 Phoenixes and then move out on the map. But Effort, smart. He's already scouting around inside the main base. He is going to see the pylon on the top position and the Stargate, so he knows what he is stealing against what.
Yeah. Good scouting timing from Effort. He'll spot everything that he needs to here. Sees the Stargate go up. Phoenix on the way from Rain here is not going to go for an early Void Ray, which would deviate from the normal Stargate openings, but there's still other viable options besides just going straight Phoenix. And Effort continuing the drone up here, just droning. He knows that there's no threat from the Protoss side, at least for now. We have the +1 attack on the way from Rain as well. He's going to be adding on a few more gateways here.
Up to 2 gateways so far, and possibly a third one, but being smart only after the Overlord goes away from the main base.
Yeah. Well, just a pretty passive game here. Nothing crazy going on.
Pretty passive, but is Rain actually making more probes from 44? That's the key point. That's the point that I want to focus on right now. He is still sitting on 44 probes at this point. The +1 is, you know,
there he goes.
It's at a regular time, but he is actually building more probes. So this is not going to be an all-in from the 2 bases, but he might go for pressure from the 4 gateways, especially since the gateway is on the left side of the map. Excuse me, not the gateway, but the probe is on the left side of the map with a proxy pylon.
I'm actually surprised that we have Rain being able to get a proxy pylon all the way over on this side of the map here. Zerg players are generally really good at scouting for these proxies here.
I think Effort's main focus is just trying to see what his opponent.
Oh, is he gonna miss it?
But he's gonna miss the pylon.
He missed it. All right, we have the Phoenixes over at the natural, gonna be harassing this Queen here. Gonna have to lift it up twice because there's only 3 Phoenixes instead of 4. And the 4th one does join the fight now. We have some Warpins from Rain here, and there's not a lot of Zerglings out on the map at this point.
This can actually decimate the 3rd base right now. That's a 4 Zealots. He's waiting for a 2nd round of Warpin. The Queen gets taken out, and how many Zerglings are out there? 20 Zerglings are out of the way, but that's a lot of Zealots.
The Zealots have been identified here. There's still a few Phoenix as well to help support the Zealots. Drones being moved off the mineral line. Effort, he doesn't even want to risk it here. He's going to wait for more reinforcements, trying to pick off that proxy pylon first. And Rain doing a good job here, picking off a few drones. And it looks like that 3rd base will end up falling here. This is going to give Rain a nice early lead here, and it's going to continue to force more units out of Effort, but behind this, he's making a Nidus Swarm, going for the Roaches, and getting the Roach speed.
So can this work out? If this works out for Effort, then he's going to win the game. If it doesn't, he's going to lose. So it's do or die in this situation. Rain is too focused on sniping down the Overlords right now, so he doesn't know that the Nidus is out of the way.
He doesn't, unfortunately for Rain, but it would be so easy for him to defend this attack here. Actually, nice moves here from Effort. He's trying to kill off the Cybernetic Score. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. Zealots continuing the harass in the main and natural. Nidus Swarm now going on in the main base. Rain doesn't scout this. He's too busy multitasking around the map here.
But a lot of Roaches got taken out.
Yeah, are there even any Roaches here that can defend? The Nidus Swarm now scouted, but I mean, it looks like Rain was able to take it out. There's simply no time for Effort to go for his build.
Yeah, that's going to be it, actually, because Effort, he's down on 2 bases, and how can he come back in this game?
He can't. He's just way too far behind. I mean, against a player like Rain, it's going to be almost impossible to come back in this scenario. He lost a good amount of drones. Now, Rain still doesn't have his 3rd base up yet, which is a positive for Effort. I guess if he could delay the 3rd long enough and get the proper tech up and get his own 3rd back up, maybe he could come back into this game. That's one lucky Queen right there as well.
Yeah, well, that's going to be 1 Queen for the Nidus, but his opponent already has an Immortal out, and Colossus is also out in the way, so time is ticking against Effort. He needs to make this work right now.
He's doing the best he can. We have some potential force fields going down here. Effort doing a nice job sniping off these sentries here. There's only 1 left. And the Cybernetic Score very low on health as well. That's going to get picked off almost instantaneously here. Effort now running away with his Roaches. He needs to either put them back in the Nidus Swarm or just have them scurry away here. The Phoenix is continuing to be annoying around the natural of Effort as well.
If he just saw the pylon on the left side of the map, he would have actually made a lot more Roaches instead of Zerglings, the emergency Zerglings, and he would have actually be safe at this point, saving the 3rd hatchery and also just playing a regular ZBP instead of being down on only 2 bases right now.
So Effort trying to retake his 3rd base there. I think at this point, Effort's like, all right, I can't kill him right now. Even if I got the perfect Nidus Swarm down, the most I could do is some annoying harassment. So he's just going to sit back, going to start macroing up again. He's got a good amount of Roaches here. The tech, though, for Effort is pretty far behind, and that's the biggest issue he has right now. He doesn't have that Spire tech or any infestation.
The tech and the economy for Effort is so far behind right now. The range is almost done, and given the fact that Rain took out the 3rd expansion, he could go for a timing push right now, and he knows that his opponent, Effort, is not going to have that many army now. In fact, even if he just bans Roaches, Rain right now has 2 Colossus, 2 Immortals, and all he has to do is add a few more sentries to his main army and use the force field to his best potential.
The best hope that Effort really has here is, you can't let those Roaches get sniped up there. Nice job by Effort delaying the 3rd base, and he actually kills it off. No cancel from Rain. That's a nice bonus for Effort there. He is starting to float a lot of resources right now. I wonder if he's going to try to do some type of muta transition tech here, but there are still 4 Phoenix out for Rain.
Do remember that Effort just has a handful of roaches out on the map right now. He rebuilt the third base, so this is a really nice use for him, but he's just not spending the minerals right now. He has a larva, and then he could just make a lot of roaches right now and trying to harass his opponent a little bit more, but Effort's not paying attention. There we go. He's spending some. He also needs to make some overlords because he lost tons of them. But look at this. Rain is moving down on the map. 10 mutas are out on the way.
And look at this, a counterattack from Effort. He's trying to buy time, but Rain, too smart for this. He's got a lot of units at home ready to defend here. He's okay with splitting up his army slightly. The third base going to go down, almost guaranteed here. There's a good amount of units in the mix here. The mutas are also revealed in the mix.
But that's not that many Stalkers with the main army, which means that Effort, if he just has a nice engagement against the Stalkers, he can still take out all those Colossus and the Immortals over there after he picks up those Stalkers.
Is Effort going to go for the base trade here, killing, almost getting that Mothership Core? There aren't quite enough mutas out on the field here to go for a base trade, but Effort, if he can just delay, maybe he can make this work.
Well, more Stalkers are coming down on the map with the sentries. 3 additional mutas being made.
Oh,
and
no, Effort. Big mistake here, losing one. And now Rain's moving towards the natural here. I think he's going to just try to end the game right now. He's killing off a lot of drones for free. And Effort, he doesn't really have a solution for this army composition. Even the Phoenixes added to the fight here as well. They're going to be able to microwave quite well against these units and be extremely cost efficient.
Yeah, Rain just saying, well, you delay my third hatchery, I'm just going to go for a counter attack and kill you.
I don't think that the base trade is going to work as well this time around as it did in the first or second game for Effort.
Yeah, I mean, his opponent already has tons of Stalkers out. The Phoenixes are being built one by one once again. And look at this, and mutas. Actually, Rain doesn't have that many Phoenixes, but it's stacking up one by one, and the Stalkers and the Phoenixes eating away on the
reinforcements here are going to prevent this attack from doing too much damage. So, Effort, he tried, he did well, but Rain, it looks like he got that pylon up near that third base. He was able to warp in. GG is called. Rain outplaying Effort in